Hello everyone and welcome you all to another chapter of Canva tutorial. So now we are on our chapter number 6 and here I'll be giving you guys few of the tips and tricks which you can learn in Canva. Okay, so which are few of the basic things which will give you some good effects and few of the shortcuts which I'll be telling you how you can actually work on with that and to give some realistic appearance to your content or your graphic in Canva. I'll be telling you guys how to do that. Here I'll be explaining you guys about text effect, image drop shadow, how you can basically drag and drop directly from the Google Chrome or any other search engine, and also how you can create an outline on images and selecting multiple layers. So we'll be learning about all of this here in this particular class. So let's not waste time and let's get started with this particular chapter here. So here you guys can see I am directly in my workspace. Okay, so from here I'll come to style and I will select this particular background. And with my text, I will be writing a particular text from here. So I do have this particular text box. One I'll delete and this one I'll keep. So from here I will write welcome you all to the Canva tutorial. Okay, so I do have this particular thing here. Okay, I do have this particular text. Now I will increase the size gradually from this one. Okay, I will just increase the size from here. And basically, I will come here again in this draw option and also align it in the center. Okay, so I can also increase the size. So I will keep this one somewhere in the middle. Okay, now what I can do is by selecting this particular thing from here, suppose I want to basically change the text from here. Okay, I want to add some effect. Okay, so here I can just basically select this text box, and if I come to effects, you guys can see I do have different type of effects here. Okay, so if I want to add any kind of shadows here, I can add shadows. If I want to use none, I'll just click on this one. Here you can select all of these options which are available here. Okay, and here you guys can see the glitch option, the neon. Okay, so first let's look at the shadow option from here. Okay, so here basically if I just zoom in a little bit, so let me just zoom in. Here you guys can see that I do have a shadow here. Okay, so I will just increase the offset from here. You guys can see, and in what direction I do want, I can also check that. Okay, so maybe I'll select the direction from here. And if I want to blur this one little bit, I can do the blur and I can also check the transparency from here. Okay, so this is the option if I want to do add a shadow. Okay, so not only that, you guys can come here and you guys can also select what color you want your shadow to be. Okay, so I'll come here and it is redirecting me to this color document here. Okay, so if I want it in red color, I can select this particular red color from here, or if I do want it in green, I can select green color. So here you guys can check that I do have this particular shadow over here. Okay, so this is about the use of shadow. And now if I do come here, okay, if I come to this echo option again, or if I go to the glitch option, from here also you can check the offset. Here you can see it is giving you kind of a glitch effect, and you can check the direction if I'm changing, how it's changing. Okay, so I'll keep it somewhere here. And instead of this color, maybe I'll check, click on this one. Okay, so here you can see the color of the glitch. Okay, so I can choose between this or this one. So maybe I'll choose this one for now. And if I want to do any kind of curve, here I can also do the curve. Okay, if I want to bring any changes to the shape, I can do that as well. But I'll select this one only. Okay, so here are a few of the options. If you want this one to be in a neon color, you guys can do that as well. Okay, from here, basically, you guys can actually set the intensity. If you want to highlight this one, you guys can do that as well. Okay, come here in the draw option, select this tool and bring down here. in the middle. Okay, so you can also put this neon effect as well in your text. Okay, so this is one thing which you can use in your work. Once you select this text option, from here you will get this effects box, and from the effect box you guys will get all of this option which you can use it according to yourself. So now the second thing which we are going to see is how you can actually drop shadow in an image. Okay, so how you can basically put that. So for that, first I'll go to my elements, and from my elements what I'll do is I'll write football. Okay, so I'll write football and I'll click on enter. So here you guys can see I do have different type of graphics here. Okay, so I will click to see all. Okay, so basically from here what I'll choose is I'll select this particular football from here, and I will select this one, and I'll bring this one somewhere here. Okay, so here basically you guys can see that I do have a football here, but what I'm going to do is I'll click on this edit image option from here, and here you guys can see once I clicked on this, I do have a particular drop down menu from here. Okay, so from here I can actually, so here you guys can see actually I don't have the drop shadow option here. Okay, just because this is not a photo or this is not an image, this is basically a graphic. So what I'm going to do is I'll select this one and I will delete this. Okay, again come to the elements option, and now I will basically go to the photos, and here what I'll do is from here now I will search football. Okay, so here I do have that option here. And from here now I will basically see which one do I want to select. Suppose I will select this first one from here. Okay, so I have selected this one, and now I will just crop this one. I will keep this one here, and this one I will delete. Okay, so as I do have this one right now, what I can do is I will come here, go to the edit photo option, and from this edit photo option, I'll go to the effects option. So from effects, I will come here, and now what I will do is I will select the drop option. So as you can see, once I have clicked here in the drop option, here you can see a drop down effect here. Okay, so basically this kind of effect you guys can get. Okay, and from here under the shadow option I can come here again, and I can also check increase or decrease the size. I can actually select the blur effect. If I want to change the angle, I can change the angle, and here you guys can see I can basically edit this particular photo quite easily. Okay, I can check the intensity and everything as such. Not only photos, if I search any other things as well, suppose I will write shoes. Okay, and I will select a particular shoe from here. Suppose I will take this red Converse from here. I will decrease the size of this photo. I will bring this one here. And now I will again go to the edit photo option. And from this option, I will come to the shadows again, and I will select the drop shadow option. Okay, so here you guys can see it is giving a realistic view by giving a drop shadow here. If you guys can't see, then I'll just zoom in for you all. Okay, so here you guys can see it is giving a realistic view. And again, if I come to this option right here, okay, select this, go to the edit photo. And now if I come here, if I select none, okay, so here you guys can see the difference. Okay, so I have selected none from here, and here if I select the drop shadow option, I can select how I want to do it. Okay, I can select the angle, I can select the distance, the intensity of the image. I can do all of these basically from here. Okay, so this is the use of the drop shadow. Here you can see here they do have a drop shadow as well here. Okay, so now this is how you guys can basically do this one. And now let's come and let's see how you can basically drag and drop from directly from Chrome. Basically what we do is most of the time we will just download the photo into our system, and then we'll bring it in our Canva. Okay, but here you guys don't have to do that. I'll just zoom out a little bit from here. Okay, So I'll just zoom this one out. And now here I'll be adding an image. Okay. So I'll go to my Chrome from here. As you can see, I have searched free images by Pixabay that I don't get any kind of copyright issues. Okay. So Pixabay is basically providing you with different type of free images here, okay, which you can use in your work to do editing or for any purposes. So these are a few of the free images, okay, which you guys can download. Okay, so I will just take this particular image. Suppose I will take this image, and from here what I can do is I can drag this one in my Canva, and I can just paste this one directly here. Okay, as you guys can see, I do have this particular image from here. And now I will come here, select this one, or I'll just move this one a little bit from here. I will put this one on top, and here you can see I do have the image right here as well. And I can basically zoom this one in and zoom this one out. Here you guys can see that one. And if you want to edit this particular photo from here, you guys can actually edit the photo from here as well. Okay, so maybe I'll select the glow option from here. So here you guys can basically see I do have this image right around here. Okay, so this is how you can actually work on with the images directly from the Google as well. You don't have to download it just to practice. Okay, so if you're practicing in Canva, you guys can directly come here and do that as well. Okay, so now let's see how you can create an outline on images. Okay, suppose I will come here in the image option, and I'll go to element option first, and I'll write man, and I'll search. Okay, so here you guys can see I do have a particular picture here. So what I'll do is I'll just select this from here. And for me, I always double click. That's why I do create 2 or 3 images at the same time. So here you can see I have selected this particular image from here. And now if I go to this edit photo option, now again, I will come up here, adjustment option, and I can do some basic editing of the image from here. Okay, you guys can see I can change the sharpness, clarity, the saturation, shadows, a few of the things you guys can do from here as well. Okay, but here if I want to crop this one, I can also crop this one as well. Okay, I will select the auto option, and I will just decrease this size again. Okay, to show you guys this one, I was trying to bring this one kind of this one. Okay, so I do have this. Come to this edit photo option, and from here go to the shadows, and again go to the outline option. So here you guys can see now I do have an outline just here in my image. Okay, so what I can do is I can select the outline. Okay, how deep I want my outline to be. Okay, I can select the outline, the blur effect I can select from here. Okay, and also the angle. Okay, I can also select the angle. If I want to use the distance, I can do that. And here I do have the intensity as well. Okay, I can actually decrease, I will decrease the intensity. And basically you can also choose the color of this particular outline here. Okay, so here you guys can see I do have a particular outline. So I want to color that one as red, or maybe something in this blue color. Okay, so here you can see I do have an outline just around my image. Okay, so maybe if I zoom in, you guys will be able to see the outline here. Okay, so it is just differentiating the main object, okay, or this particular image from the background. Okay, so this is how you guys can do that. If you're making any kind of banner or anything as such, you guys can actually differentiate your main or the primary object from here as well. Okay, suppose if you do have any kind of background in any images. Suppose I do have this image right here, and I'll delete this one, and I'll keep this image right here. So if I come here and if I go to the image option, and here you can see I do have the option for background remover. Okay, so this is basically given a pro thing by Canva to the pro users. Okay, if you're using a Canva Pro, then you can basically do that one. So here you can see it will take some time, and it have identified what is the main object in the image, and according to that it have removed the background from this particular image. So now I can actually fit this image wherever I want to put. I can do that as well. So this is a good thing by Canva. So if you want to use this particular feature, you guys can also use the pro version for yourself. Okay. So here, as you guys can see, I do have many layers here. Okay. So now I'll be telling you guys how you can select multiple layers. Okay. So now I will just put this one here. Okay. On top of this one, I'll put here. Okay. Again, I will put this one somewhere here, and I will put this one somewhere on the top. Okay. So I'll put here. So here you can see I do have all these images at the same place. Okay. So what I can do is, as I do have multiple images at the same time, what I need to do is I just need to click on Control from my keyboard. And now here you guys can see it will select according to the layers. Okay. So the first or on the top, I do have my text layer, and I'm clicking on Control and my mouse. And if I just click here, you can see now I do have my image on the next panel. Okay. So now if I click on this one, I do have in this image, and right now I do have here on my whole frame. So you can repeat that same process again and again if you want to select any particular thing. Suppose from here, now it's quite hard for me to choose the image which is just behind my text. In that case, what I can do is I will just click on Control and I will keep on selecting this one. Okay, so I will select this layer from here, and now I will just move this layer down from here. And in that case, if I want to select this particular image, okay, so for that I will again click on Control, and here you can see I do have that image, and I will bring this one down. Again, come here, click here, and here I do have this one again. Okay, I can just move this one like that. So I'll just zoom out again, and I'll put all this here in a sequence. So I hope you guys have understood this class quite well. You guys have understood what are the tips and tricks that I shared with you, and hope you guys can use this particular features in your work while you are working on Canva. So hope to see you all in the next class, where I'll be showing you guys how you can actually create a project or a design for Instagram post. Okay. Hope to see you all in the next class. Till then, take care and goodbye, everyone.